Assalamu alaikum. Hi everybody. It's Haytham here. I'm sorry for the huge logo on the bottom right. It's just that I've recorded the video. I've recorded actually a bunch of videos, and then I've only noticed at the very end that the mic was not recording. So this is recorded separately. I'm gonna go through in this video how to set up a GitHub account, a repository, what's initializing a repository and pushing basically your project into it is like. So let's do it. First of all, you're going to need to go to github.com as well as GitHub Desktop and install basically GitHub Desktop on your desktop, and then or also at the same time create a GitHub account. Once you do that and head over to github.com, you'll be faced with this green lovely button that you can click to create a new repository. And a new repository basically means that you're going to create a new folder within this Google Drive-like environment where you're going to put all your files related to the project into it. Okay, so just imagine this as a Google Drive or a OneDrive where you're creating a new folder, which is the repository that contains the details of your project. Now, when you're creating the repository, you get to put the title of the repository, the name, and a description if you'd like. And then you get to choose whether you want it to be public or private. Private means that it's private to you and you can add other members if you'd like. Public means that it is accessible to everybody in the internet as long as they open it up with the link or even explore GitHub and find it naturally. Now, as for Git Ignore, you're definitely going to need it because you don't want to push all the files of your project into the repository to save storage space, because some of these files, while they're huge as well, are not really needed and they are generated by the engine itself. Stuff like the layout, the basically user generated data, the editor generated data, which is the library related to the packages, and these can actually go from a couple hundred megabytes to even gigabytes. So you don't want to store these basically files in the repository, since they always get generated on the user's end or on the editor's end. Now, once all of these steps are done, go ahead and just hit the Create Repository button. And after you let it cook for a bit, you'll be able to see it in GitHub. And from there, you can actually start cloning the repository on your own device or on your own desktop. So you can head over to GitHub Desktop. You can hit File and Clone if you already have projects on GitHub Desktop. If you don't, it's going to tell you that you can hit the Clone button and choose a project. As long as you put the name of the project in the Clone Repository panel, you should be able to find it, and then you get to choose the path where you want to save it, and then simply clone it there. Notice that we're on the main or master branch that you have set, and you get to explore the project by right-clicking on the name of the project at the top left of GitHub Desktop, and then show the directory. You'll notice that currently the GitHub project or the GitHub repository contains only the two files that we've added, which is the README file and the gitignore file. You can head over to the README file and simply type anything over in it and save it to basically commit and push it to the repository in the backend. And you'll see that change happening instantaneously. Sorry, once you push it, because the repository at the back end has been updated with the local version of the file that you have committed. once you've pushed your work to the repository, you can head over to GitHub, the website, and simply refresh the page, and you'll see your changes right there. If you don't see your changes, that means you either did not commit or push properly. So in this video, we managed to basically set up a GitHub repository and push something to it. In the next videos, we'll be able to push the project right there, right? See you soon.